Hello, everyone. Welcome to News Time. I'm so glad you're here. This is the channel that you can come to get a dose of urban news. Y'all, we're going to talk about any and everything, various topics, communities, and we're going to bring those hot, intriguing topics to the table. We're going to analyze them. We're going to take a closer look. And if you look at the logo, you'll see that there's a magnifying glass, and that's to exemplify what this channel is about. We're going to take a look at topics and take a balanced approach because news should be fair and balanced. And at News Time, we're going to present a fair and balanced approach to looking at urban news, the type of dialogue that you just don't hear on the regular news channels. And we're going to conduct our deep analysis and break it down for our subscribers and let you, the listeners, the viewers, and subscribers come to your own conclusion about the information that we present. Because we, as reporters, commentators, we are just going to give you our perspectives and do so in a manner that includes some opinionated top statements as well as what we know to be the facts. Now, one thing I want to say about facts, keep in mind that facts in this arena, in the IG world, is really perception, and it's tailored to what that IG holder wants to present to the viewing audience. So unless we're there 24/7 or anyone is there 24/7, we're not going to get all the facts. So all we can do is analyze and create content based upon what we see. So today's topic, I'm really excited about it. We're going to be talking about CarbonNation. And so if you don't know what CarbonNation is, child, you're going to have to do your own research because we don't have that much time. And I want to have really short videos that you can come to this channel and get a daily dose, about 5-10 minutes, and keep it moving. And that's what I want to do for you. There are other channel holders out there. I personally like some other channel holders like the Tea Time, News World, SL Davis. I think that's the name of the channel. So I am a fan of all of these channels, and I think every one of them is unique. And at News Time, we're going to also present a unique perspective, and what differentiates our channel from the rest of the channels is because we don't care about getting rid of carbonation. We see it as entertaining, very much so. And our job again is not to sway you, the listener. Either way, we're going to present our opinions, and there's going to be some topics that we're going to discuss that it appears that we're pro carbonation, and there's other topics that we're going to discuss where we're going to be just totally calling them out. So, and I think that that's what news is about. It's about being able to provide a balanced perspective, and you, the listener, the subscriber, you're intelligent. You don't need me to sway you either way. I'm just going to state it how I feel, and I'm sure you'll have different perspectives, and you might even disagree with that. Is fine. That is fine. When I watch the news channels, I don't agree with everything that the news reporters are saying, but what I do appreciate is when they present both sides of a topic and allow me, the viewer, to choose. So we're going to try to replicate that here on this channel, and we're going to take a look, and being that this is our first video, and we're excited because we are avid viewers of CarbonNation, and we've been watching them for quite some time. And I say we because this channel is managed by various different individuals. We do have a main host, myself, and we'll bring on other visitors that are pro carbonation and some that are anti carbonation, because again, we want a balanced perspective. And I will say this: if you have not did your homework on carbonation, this is not the video for you, because you got to kind of know the background on what's going on with carbonation. And for those of you who do know the background, then I'm going to say kudos to you. We're going to get right into it. And so today's topic is called Zulu Nation. And I want to explain that for a moment. So those of you who have been following CarbonNation, you know what it is. You know the drama, you know what's going on, and it is juicy. So the latest and greatest is they have a new member called Immortal ZOCA, and I've been following her for some time, and she came right on time because we all know that Velvet has left Carbonation, and if you want to hear more about that, Velvet and the breakdown with the relationship between her and Chief, then there's plenty of channels out there that's going to give you that information. Today's topic is not about that, but I guess it's all related. So the new member, Chiefess ZOCA, has taken the place of Velvet, and I will say, I don't know about you guys, but I thought she was gonna go there and be with Solar, and I was totally shocked when she became the head wife, I guess, the chiefess of the chief, and because I watched her interaction with Solar, and I am a person that studies micro expressions. I am certified in micro expressions, and I look at body language. And I'm going to tell you guys, Solar had the look of love in his face. And if you guys have those videos where he was having those lives with ZOCA, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, he looked like he was in love. So I don't know what happened when she arrived and what the plan was, but something changed. And I believe I had heard on another channel that she decided that she wasn't interested in Solar, and you know how Chief is. If he has a way in, trust and believe he's going to make his way in. So here we are today. ZOCA is the head chiefess of the women, and I don't know how fair that is. You have some individuals such as Pluto, as well as Aya, who's been rocking with Chief for from day one, and I appreciate the fact that they are dealing with their emotions, and I think that that is 100% a good thing. And I'm not going to say that I'm pro polygamy, but I am leaning towards that side because there's monogamy just doesn't work. And as much as we want to uphold that rule, that societal rule, it really doesn't work. But that's another topic, and I'm not here to sway you on monogamy. But my point here is that these two individuals, Aya and Pluto, have been rocking with Chief for quite some time, and for them to allow or be open to ZOCA coming in and be named the head of all the wives of Chief, and them taking a step back and allowing this to happen. More power to them. But I will say is that don't get it twisted, okay? Pluto and Aya are very smart. They have been through the same thing that ZOCA is going through. And if you are knowledgeable about the patterns of your chief, then you know that it's going to go away. You know, all the attention for ZOCA is going to go away, and you just have to lay back in a cut, chill out, and watch it all unfold. It's no need to be jealous because just the law of time will allow the enthusiasm for ZOCA to go away. And I'm going to also make a prediction that ZOCA is going to eventually piss the chief off. I mean, there's no way to avoid it for her because she's immature. She has a little spice to her. She's not as knowledgeable, and I don't care what people try to say about ZOCA and her knowledge. If you really listen to her and you're an intelligent being such as myself, then you know that she is just like a recorder. She's repeating the same things over and over, and her level of knowledge is not really that deep. You put her up against, let's say, Joy, and you will definitely see that she's not as knowledgeable in that. Right now you'll see that Chief helps her out a lot. He puts a lot of the words in her mouth. He'll ask a leading question, and then she basically tells him what she thinks he wants to hear. Now, I remember when I was 21, I told people what they wanted to hear too. But when you get older, or more experience, or even frustrated with suppressing yourself, you're going to act out eventually. That is what happened with Velvet. And Velvet, in my mind, has knowledge. She knows the knowledge, right? And she could not contain herself. So, what you think is going to happen with Miss ZOCA? So I'm gonna let that play out, and then also she has this energy about her that Chief is going to try to control, but I don't think he's going to be successful. So keep an eye on what's going to happen between Chief and ZOCA. And what I will say though about this, and we'll end for today, about why I've named this podcast, or if you're viewing this on YouTube, then this video, I named it Zulu Nation because you see currently the videos that are coming out now from CarbonNation. You see a change in attire for the ladies. Now, those of you who have been watching CarbonNation for quite some time and paying attention to the wives there, you will see that they used to wear in the past a lot of skirts and halter tops, and now you see the dashiki and the hair wraps. Now, I think that's because of ZOCA. So if you go back to one of the videos where they were talking about jealousy, and ZOCA was in the center. They were all sitting on the bed and she was in the center, and they were all talking about how they're feeling about ZOCA being there and being honest about their emotions, which I thought was really dope. Again, I'm not pro CarbonNation. I'm not against CarbonNation. I'm neutral. I just look at what I see and what makes sense to me. I cheer it up, thumbs up, and the things that kind of look like suspect or bullshit, I go thumbs down, and I call it out either way. But I will say the meeting with them expressing their feelings was dope. We don't have that in what CarbonNation calls Babylon. We don't, as women, when there's issues of jealousy with our mates, typically you don't see the girlfriends come together and be honest about how they're feeling. You may call up his girlfriend that he's cheating with on the side and cuss her out, or want to fight her, or try to set the guy up, or something like that. But you don't really see women coming together and being honest about how they feel and supporting each other in those type of situations. So kudos for CarbonNation for doing that. But what I will say to that is that go back to that video, okay? And here's where the analysis breaks down in what I'm talking about in terms of body language. When you see at the beginning of the video, you will see that ZOCA has on the dashiki, and it's pretty much, she's sitting in what I call Indian style. I'm sure there's a different name for it, but I can't think of it right now. So we're going to go with that. You know what I'm talking about. Go see the video, right? And she's sitting there in the center, and the camera is on her. And Chief does that a lot. He puts the camera on her because the camera loves her. She's appealing, she's attractive, and he knows that there's a lot of followers that are envious of ZOCA. They're looking at her saying, man, that could be me in that seat there. Or there's guys that are saying, wow, she's really beautiful, or even women that's saying that she's beautiful. So all eyes is on ZOCA at this point, and she knows it, and she's playing to the audience. And so when you look at the video at the beginning, she's sitting there in the middle. She has her dashiki on. She's kind of fumbling around with her clothing, and I don't know if it's nervous energy or what, but some way halfway through, and I'll tell you, me and my partners were looking at the video, and we were like, what's going on with ZOCA? Why is she fidgeting so much? Is she not comfortable with the conversation? Is it just nervous energy? What is she doing? And literally, by the time we got to the middle, we realized what she was doing. She's like playing into the camera. She's kind of being a little sexually suggestive. She has, by the start of the video, she's kind of covered up in her dashiki, and it's normal. The V is right in the middle, but by the time it comes to the middle section of the video, she has her cleavage showing. She has one shoulder out. She's showing skin, and we had to rewind the video just to make sure that we were seeing what we were seeing, and it was hilarious. We bust out laughing. As women, we kind of know what's going on there. You know, you're being sensual. And that's the thing that you will see a lot more come out of the women in CarbonNation, because they're older than ZOCA. ZOCA has a lot of sensual energy. She is teaching the ladies how to use that sensual energy to their advantage and play that up to the viewers, such as you and I. And so as we move forward, pay attention to that. That's all the news for today. Thank you for coming to News Time. And you know, you gotta subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll know exactly when the video is posted. And again, this channel, our channel is different than all other channels, because we're not bashers. We're not supporters. We're not bashers. We're just as neutral can be. And our objective is to report a fair and balanced perspective and let you, the intelligent viewer, decide. Thank you, and peace and love.